Hey everyone, GMRex here, and today I'm going to talk about the Suicide Squad. I saw the movie last Thursday night. I enjoyed it, except for one little tiny, almost microscopic thing. That. The Joker. Let's be honest. He sucked, okay? I don't know why people like it so much. It wasn't just the look that bothered me. I honestly, enough time had passed after initially seeing what he looked like. Enough time had passed where I'd kind of gotten over it. Keyword kinda. And so, I figured, Jared Leto, he's a good actor. I mean, he's an Oscar winner. Although, winning an Oscar doesn't mean shit to me, to be honest. I mean, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I could care less if you have an Oscar. Oh yeah, I got Crystal Pepsi. Anyways, if you're an Oscar winner, yeah, that's nice, but doesn't mean you're good at comic book movies. So, what were my issues with the Joker? Well, the look for one, but like I said, I'd gotten over it for a little bit, and I was willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, because I figured Jared Leto will he'll be a great Joker. Once I get past the look, it'll be great. No. It was terrible. A lot of people like him, but I didn't like him in this movie. I didn't like the Joker in the movie. I absolutely disliked it on so many levels. First of all, he doesn't joke. His name is the Joker. There's no joking, and his laugh, oh my god. Don't even get me started on the laugh. It was terrible. His laugh was absolutely horrendous. I heard Jared Leto did so much preparation for this. So much preparation. He was mailing the other cast members dead rats and everything. I was so pumped to know that he was absolutely bonkers in preparing for this role, but it didn't deliver. It's like he did all of the stuff outside the film than actually in the film. He was just god-awful, and his voice, he tried way too hard to sound like Heath Ledger. Okay? That guy, right there. Seriously, it bothered me on so many levels. I get you want to pay homage to Heath Ledger, because he was a great Joker. However, this Joker he didn't really joke around at all. The closest thing to a joke was when he had Harley, and he said he's got the grape soda on a bearskin rug ready. That's the closest thing to a joke there was. The only thing mildly humorous, and it wasn't even that great. I think this whole video might be about how much I dislike Jared Leto's Joker. Another thing, this is going to be the grape soda bearskin rug thing, yeah, okay, that's kind of a spoiler, but warning, more spoilers. Well, a spoiler, sort of, depending on the context you see it in. This Joker he was kind of like a kingpin kind of character, like a gang leader, all about like turf wars and all that, and it wasn't the same Joker I know and love and worship. Joker didn't really care about being a boss. Like, his thing was destruction on a mass scale. Like, his thing was genocide. It was not owning the streets. He's not some crime boss. And that's pretty much what he was. Like, he's a crime boss. Like, wasn't really about destruction, genocide. Like, he only killed a couple of people, really. You know, and he didn't really... that and this is a huge deal breaker, okay? He was too emotionally attached to Harley Quinn. Like, to the point where he tries to break her out of prison and stuff. Like, the Joker would never do that. Harley Quinn has always been a pawn to the Joker. Pretty much, she was putty in his hand. Like, he would never go out of his way to rescue her under any circumstances. And then this is part where the helicopter is going to crash, and he pushes her out to save her. The Joker would never, ever do that. Harley Quinn is pretty much she was pretty much the Joker's. She was the Joker's puppet, okay, and he could give two shits about her. And that's the really fucked up part, is people like that. No, that's not the Joker. The Joker would never do that, okay? That bothers me on so many levels. As you can see, I am very, like, you don't do that to a psychopath, because that means he's not a psychopath. And be like, oh, maybe he's a sociopath. No, because he cares about Harley. I would have been happy if he was a sociopath. But the truth is, the true Joker, the real Joker, doesn't even care about himself. He doesn't care about anything. He just wants to pretty much kill. And laugh about it. You know, he just wants genocide on a mass scale. He just wants chaos. He thrives on it. And this Joker was nothing like that. He was a crime boss that had a soft spot for somebody. I mean, I suppose he does care about Batman in a way. Because without Batman, he can't exist. We all know that. So yeah, it's very, very awful. Like, and now people are saying he's going to get his own movie. I really hope not. Joker cannot have his own movie under any circumstance, because the Joker is an antagonist, not a protagonist. That's why Joker doesn't have his own comic series. Like, there'll be a graphic novel about him here and there, but there will never be a straight-up comic series. I mean, I think there's been a few, and it didn't sell good. Because he has to be the one causing the problem. It doesn't work. So, I just think that he, you know, I thought it was a great choice at the beginning. Then I saw the look, and then I saw him in the movie, and it just didn't work out at all. There's so many issues I have with it. there was really so much. And, you know, my sister, she's not big into comics like I am. She's like, oh, well, they're trying to modernize him. That's the problem. You don't modernize the Joker. The Joker doesn't want to be modern. He doesn't want to be hip. That's why he wears bright pink tuxedos and suits. I mean, bright purple. I meant to say purple, not pink. See how stressed out it gets me? He doesn't wear, you know, pimp clothes, pretty much. He doesn't drive a friggin' Lamborghini, or whatever the hell that car was. He doesn't drive a fancy sports car. He wears purple suits, okay? He wears purple suits. He doesn't have tattoos. He does all this to stand out. He doesn't do it to... He doesn't try to fit in. And see, with that, you know, you're thinking, oh, he's cool looking. The Joker was never about looking cool. The Joker was about being the Joker. There's so much wrong with it. And I get you want to appeal to the cinema audience rather than the comic book audience, but you could have appealed to both. And I feel like they didn't. So I'm going to make a request right here, right now. Please remove Zack Snyder and David Goyer from all future DC films. Please. They don't know what they're doing. Neither of them know what they're doing. David Goyer and Zack Snyder butchered Batman v Superman. Man of Steel was okay, but it still was kind of, could have been a lot better. You know, like, the DC Cinematic Universe, I'm hoping they can recover from Batman v Superman, but I don't know if it can. And let's talk about the Ultimate Edition. I haven't watched it yet, but personally, I feel like an extra 30 minutes can't make up for it. I mean, sure, it'll explain some plot holes that were in the theatrical cut, but I don't think it'll redeem the movie by any means. Batman doesn't kill, you know? And he does a lot of that in the movie, and I was in such denial after I saw the movie. I was like, maybe it was fireworks. It couldn't have been guns, it was fireworks. I was trying so hard, then I thought about it, and I was like, I had to eventually accept it. Ben Affleck did great, though. But this isn't about Batman v Superman, this is about the Suicide Squad. So yeah, I had a lot of hang-ups on the Joker, a lot. Because, you know, as someone who loves the Joker, I love the Arkham game series Joker. I love, you know, the Killing Joke Joker. You know, the Death of the Family Joker. Really anything like that. Death in the Family. You know, there's so much. You know, Joker isn't one to really pine over Harley. There's actually in Death of the Family, on his side of the story, it's revealed that Harleen Quinzel was not the first Harley Quinn. There were many before. So, that's how much he cares about Harley, is he can replace her. Now, let me get to some of the rest of the characters here that I enjoyed. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, I loved her. I absolutely loved her. I don't like the tattoos, but I was okay with it. I gave her a pass because she's Margot Robbie. I mean, and yes, I did do that when she bent over to steal the purse. I absolutely loved her. Her character development was so great. She definitely did a great job, and I can't wait for the Harley Quinn movie, because, see, Harley Quinn, you can actually make a movie about. She can be a protagonist, because she is a protagonist in this. But she's also, you know, she's a character that people feel bad for, but also think she's really badass. Like, I can't wait to see what they're going to do. And thanks to Margot Robbie, we're getting a Harley Quinn movie. She's going to produce it. She earned it. Like, I absolutely loved Margot Robbie. I loved Harley Quinn. And the fact that she's going to be getting her own movie, and the fact that she did so well, I think she's going to have a whole new fan base. So there might be some fans of her that maybe aren't fans of the comics. Like, there's going to be a lot of, like, poser fans because they saw the movie. But it's actually going to be okay because her in the movie isn't too far off from the comics. Like, it's pretty close. So, I think it'll be okay. Harley Quinn was absolutely amazing. I mean, could she have had a different outfit? Sure. But initially they did it because everything they tried didn't work. They tried a bunch of different outfits and it just didn't look right. So they did that and it worked. Will there be another look? Will she get other costumes? Probably. I mean, in her own movie, she might have a whole different look. So, we'll see. Who else was great in the movie? I don't know who played him, but Diablo was awesome. A very compelling character. Absolutely great. His character and his backstory and all of that was phenomenal. I absolutely loved his character in this movie, and you definitely really got behind somebody like him. I really loved Diablo. He was a great character. Let's go to Will Smith as Deadshot, aka Floyd Lawton. Will Smith as Deadshot. Totally kicked ass. Okay? Will Smith nailed it. Will Smith was great as Deadshot. Everything about Deadshot that I know, that I've seen in comics, that I've seen in animated movies, Will Smith nailed it. He totally just was amazing as Deadshot. I know some people were like, oh, you don't make Deadshot black. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. He played the part perfectly. You couldn't have cast anyone better than Will Smith. I'm serious. I really enjoyed Deadshot. Will Smith, amazing. You know, Will Smith, Margot Robbie, they were amazing in this movie. And the guy who played Diablo, Captain Boomerang, I don't feel like there was enough really about him. I mean, he was funny. He was great. But unfortunately, there wasn't enough development for him in the movie. So I imagine there'll be some deleted scenes or like an extended cut. Maybe even an R-rated version that'll maybe kind of explore him a little better. Because I feel like he needs it. I mean, he was great for what he was, but I just think there could have been more. Overall, Suicide Squad, I'm going to steal my cousin Ryan Studio's grading system. Just for this, and then I'll do my grading system. My cousin Ryan gave it, I think, a B+. I'll give it a B. I won't be as generous just because of the Joker. It really took away a lot for me. You know, as somebody who loves the Joker, and seeing him in that light, it just didn't work for me. So I give it a B. If the Joker was... It's too bad Heath Ledger wasn't around, because he would have nailed it. And then the movie would have had an A+++++. As for my review, you know how I do this. I am giving it the green light. Go see it. Go see it. Because you got the green light. Just go see it. That's all I can say. Go see it. If you're a huge Joker fanatic like I am and want to see it just for the Joker, then I give it a yellow light. Slow down. Think about it. Look every direction you can before seeing it. Like, when I say look every direction, you know, read some reviews that are spoiler-free. Just, you know, like I said, think about it. But if you're a fan of just some of the other characters like Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, go see it. Just go see it. Alright, so I'm going to wrap this up. So like this video, comment, share your thoughts, ask me questions, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all later.